Now, in these five banks, I have made three supplements which will help me in buying the stock, whether to buy the stock or not. Three points are sales growth, debt equity ratio, and return on equity. These are the three areas which I am looking in each and every stock nowadays. I have ICICI, Yes Bank, HDFC, Axis, and SBI. Three parameters is return on equity, debt equity ratio, and sales growth. Yeah. So in this comparisons of three banks, firstly, market share of ICICI Bank goes with around 15%. Approximately, I'm talking about this is with like insurance, deposits, home loans, and all. Like all the taken the average rate. This bank is dealing with around 15% of complete market share. Now, yes. Now, with regards to Yes Bank, it is dealing less than 2% since it is downgraded and it has many defaults. So this bank's share has been drastically reduced to 2%, almost around 2%. Now, now talking about HDFC Bank, this bank is one of the finance has strong fundamentals in each and every part. It's almost share around 20%. Now next goes with Axis Bank. This bank market share is around 12%. Now talking about SBI. This is the government controlled bank, and this bank has many account, ruler account. So this bank's share is significantly around 25% of all average of consisting of all the segments. Yeah. Now coming with sales growth percentage now. Axis Bank's ICICI Bank sales growth is around 11.66%. Yes Bank is around minus 23.12%. HDFC is around 13.6%. Axis around 12.515%, and SBI is around 6.4%. Yeah. Now talking about debt equity ratio, ICICI Bank has 8.25%. Yes Bank is around 10.10%. HDFC is 7.56%. Axis is 10.5, and SBI is 11.4. In this debt equity percentages, S Bank is having the highest risk because its debt equity ratio is around 10.110%, followed by because since this bank is recovery is in the recovery stage, this percentage has been significantly increased from the last years. And comparatively, SBI is having 11.94%, which is because of all the rural loans and agriculture rural loans, since people nowadays, due to lockdown, many rural areas and hit has been hit actually hit. So this debt equity ratio has been significantly increased in these banks. Now talking about ICICI Bank, we have done with sales growth and debt equity. Now talking about return on equity, ICICI Bank is having 6.36 return on equity. Yes Bank is having minus 67.65 percentage. Axis is having around no HDFC is having around 16.5 return on equity, which is a decent you can say return on equity, and which makes this bank very much attractive for the long term purposes. Now, talking about SBI Bank, it has around 11% of return on equity, and SBI has 6.70 return on equity. These are these are the specific areas I'm looking at as of now. I'm considering only these three areas as my as a technical analysis. technical analysis. Now, based on this also, I'm looking at the don't know the reason why, but I am continuously tracking this bank for many so long time. I was just looking at this bank 291 till today. There has been some news. This bank is currently moving around 340 to 410 nowadays in this week or 2 weeks. Recent rise in the bank is due to the two reasons actually. One is around its a share has shares 6.44 million shares of ICICI Securities is sold by the ICICI Bank in the open market. This is the reason the stock has been jumped on Friday, and jump in. Also, the other reason for the jump in these prices is due the lenders have been sharing their stake of 0.2% in the market, and yes, now going to threats of this bank or threats of every bank, you can say these days because of the continuous increase in the loans and also a continuous increase in the loans, which was already discussed already, which was given by the Nirmala Sitharaman on the press meet after COVID lockdown. This all the banks are exposed to the risk of increasing the NPAs and also increasing the provisions. Recent judgment in the Supreme Court, which is yet to come in the today's or tomorrow's discussion regarding interest on interest criteria. It is likely that interest on interest will be waived off by the Supreme Court because it is considering not only the banking, it is considering the life of the normal people who have gone through the difficult phases in these days since lack of no business. So center move was to waive off the interest on interest, and which is also supported by the Supreme Court. So these banks are in a boom nowadays in the last 2 3 days. So I can assume that will be a significant downfall in the upcoming week if this judgment is not in the favor of the banks. Then there will be a downfall in this bank. Now, threats of the ICICI Bank are threats is like I said, it is increase in the NPA provisions, increase in the increase in what you can call it, increase in debts also. Now, in coming to the technology part of it, this bank nowadays it is using latest technology in giving the loans to the farmers by using satellite technology. This bank has consistently good performance in all over the sectors except in the fields of NPA, which is common in all the banks now. This bank has also this bank is almost leading at 4%. This is the fourth leading bank in India nowadays. This is all I was talking about ICICI Bank strength weakness. Could you add any point, Bhaiya, on this? Uh,
Fundamentals, yes.
okay. Mm, okay.
Charts.
Yes. Yes. Sure. Sure, sure. Yeah, correct. Return on return on capital employed. I okay, interest coverage ratio. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, I will take it. I will not take this into consideration. And also I have written the threats weakness of all the other banks as well, wherein I can see that Yes Bank is the highest threatened bank these days. Since this bank is not able to utilize its funds properly and has also pledged on the securities, and also insiders selling their stakes in the banks. It has continuously rating degrades by many rating companies as well, and it has only operations in India. So I think this bank is very risky nowadays. But since the price of this bank is very low, many new investors are having their eye on this bank so that they can take a 1 2 rupees profit and then exit. I have seen this bank for the last quite some time. One day I see that there are many sellers on this bank. One day I can see that there are no seller on the bank or no buyer on the bank. When I don't know what is the reason behind that, but there is something fishy I feel is going in this bank. Would you like to add any points on this? Okay. As I know, your favorite stake is HDFC because your favorite HDFC and HDFC management company. Because I can see that I feel your favorite stock is the reason, like there is a promoter holdings in this, and also there is a zero promoters pledge in this bank, and it has using the latest technology to the core extent, and it has a beautiful customer relation services with the clients as well. Yes. What is your take on the recent news that each law firm is going to file a suit on the HDFC Bank? Hmm. the strong relations with the customers and the investors' belief in the HDFC Bank, right? Correct.
Your laptop.
Okay, yeah, that's good point. Yeah. Now talking about the SBI Bank, SBI, which is my, I'm sorry, talking about the Axis Bank. This bank is also doing good these days. This bank is also having the same trends as the other banks are having, like increase in the NPAs, decrease in the promoters. I'm so sorry. Uh, and this bank has similar weaknesses of other banks. I'm so sorry again. This has such strength of this bank is like it has zero promoter pledge in this bank, and this book value of this bank is continuously increasing, and this bank has the effective capital utilization of the stakeholders, and this bank is having a very good strength and very opportunities to explore in the future as well. Yeah, I may be missing out on the technicals, but surely next time I will take into consideration that. Yes. So, what do you think that it is going to be in the favor of the consumers or the banking sector? Hmm. What is your take on these days that the banking sector is going very bullish in the last week as well? What is the reason behind the bank going so much bullish these days? 1006. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I'll be sharing the screen because I'm completely on charts, technical charts, and I have not picked any simple stuff. I have just actually I have not prepared for today also. Whatever I do daily, I'm just presenting it today. So I'll do this. And Shubham Bhaiya was more on like technical and on fundamentals today. So I'm completely away from fundamentals. I'm just gonna speak about technicals. Huh. Yeah. So I have not prepared anything as such for fundamentals. Technicals, why do I especially like technicals? I'll share that. Instead of fundamentals, like you were speaking about HDFC and all things like that is the case. If HDFC come up, we'll come to know and all. So in fundamentals, we don't know the exact cause. कि like अपने नहीं रहता ना कि क्या होने वाला है. We can just have a guess. Just a Yes Bank, we never knew that there was a management problem unless it came into the news. And then all of a sudden it went down, Yes Bank. And the same with the CCD case, the owner went with a suicide. We never knew the day it came into the news. So that's the reason I am like, though fundamentals are very good, when we want to invest in stock, we need to even see the growth rate, what companies do, what does that company do, but more of fundamental and in technical, in daily routine also, investing and all. Okay, yeah, yes, I'll share it. Okay, so you can see my screen, I think. Yeah, so yeah, graphing. This is like I used to do before, like I used to do intraday on stocks. So I have a very much grip on graphing for charts and all. So I'll take this. But this method can be used for any stock. Which the method which I'm showing you, this method can be used for any stock. But as I usually used to trade in graphing, so I took that's the good stock for me. Grasim is a Aditya Birla's company and it's in textiles business. Yeah, yes, it has exposure in cements, textiles, and it is going in various things, but the main is textiles. Yes, it's a Aditya, yeah. So this is the candlestick pattern. Whenever we see a the stock, it goes like ऐसा सीधा ऊपर नहीं जाएगा या सीधा नीचे नहीं जाएगा. There is always a range bond, and then it's like in this also if you see it's going up and then it's coming down and then going up, then coming down like this. It's like each part we don't find complete moving forward upwards. So in this, we need to take a chart, and then the golden rule is take as many days charts you can take. I am taking 1 month candle. These are 1 month candles. So we'll see, if we see from down here, if you can see my screen, I don't know. I don't know how to mark this basically. I don't know how to mark a line. But if you see here, there is this is the resistance here. There is always a resistance, resistance and support. Resistance, support and there are two factors, resistance and support. Whenever the stock goes downward, you always see there is a okay, I got it. If we take this as support, I don't know how to. Yeah, it is 675 actually. Okay, we took this as support. The stock, okay, this is the support. Can you help me how to draw a line here? I don't know. Okay. Okay, yeah. And if we see resistance upwards, if we take the resistance, we'll take it this one. It's around 1278, 1250, we'll take it as 1250. Okay, this is the support and this is resistance. And one more thing I want to add it, this in the candlestick, if you see the candle pattern, the body, the red color, green color is the body, and the up one we usually call it as shadow, wink, whatever. So we need to take the shadow part as consideration. Yes. Yeah, matlab if it breaks, basically in this rule, support, if this breaks, if it breaks, if you see here, this was a resistance around, there was a support around 690, we kept a resistance around 690 here. Right. And the stock, if you see here, the stock broke the resistance, it made a red shard, it made a red body, and it went down. In this case, if you see here, it tried to went down, but it came up. There was only the winch here, if you see here. So, yeah. Okay. Yes, okay. This basically this is actually it has 4 points: highest, closing, opening, and lowest. So this is called if it is a green candle, if you are taking the green candle, this one, I'll take the bigger one. If you take this one, the point here, it is the opening point. It means that at this point stock got open. The opening price was this one. Okay, and then it went here. Okay, we don't have a wink here. I'll take this one then. Then I'll take a better stock. Okay, then it will be ulti, na? Okay, then in red we'll take this. In red means the stock has opened at a high price, but when it closed at a low price. So in this case, the stock was opened at this price, which is 1249. This was its opening price, and in that day or in that 15-minute candle or 1 month candle, whichever we take, it went high up to here. This is the high, the big end of the high, which is 1376. This is the high, and then it even went to lower to 10,017, the down wink point. It went low till here, but it closed around here, which is 1069. So basically this is the opening, this is the highest, and this is the closing, and this is the lowest. Yeah, for a particular day, if you are taking 15 minutes candle, then this is 1 month candle. So I am considering it to be a month candle. And the same with the green. In green, we see that the opening price is at a lower, and the closing price is at the highest. It goes up. This how? This highest. Yes. This was the highest point. So, if we come back to our theory, which is support, once again. Charging लगाना. And 675, right? So in this case, you see the stock didn't come down anywhere. Here it tried to come down and it made a very red candle. So it came down. Our support was around 664. Once it breaks that support thing, it is a sure thing that it will come down. If it support, yes. So in this case, as the support was around 650, it broke that with a red shadow. It was a clear red shadow thing. Sorry, not shadow, red body. So it went down till 397. In nowhere before it went before the supportive, nowhere before if we see here, it didn't went below that. Once it breaks the support thing, it comes down. It wants that is the range bond basically. If we keep this support and this resistance, this is the range bond. Once it breaks upwards or downwards, whichever it is bound to go down or upwards respectively. So if I could find this out, here if I came to know that around 641 it broke it, so if I would have short sell this one for intraday, I would have earned profit. Obviously the day it will not go that high, but I would have earned profit because it is bound to go. It has broad range band. And the same with the upwards also, we don't find here actually. If we take this, we don't find actually in upwards in this case. If we kept this as resistance, though this candle has broke it, but it is only the wick. The body is not there. The body has not come. So that's the reason it could not go up. It tried going up, but it could not sustain there, and it could not break that. So it was in the range band only. In this case, it would have sustained here. We would have expected that yes, it will go up. But in this case, it didn't break. If we see, okay. So this is my one of the theory. For short term also we can use this. Like in short term, if I know what is the range, what is the support and resistance, and if I could find it out if the stock has come near to support, if it is 681, I could have expected it. I could have brought it and thought that unless and until it breaks, it will obviously go in that range band. All of a sudden, you don't find a movement in any stock. So if I got a range band of around 87, and this is support is of 1388. So if I thought that if my stock, if this is the grasses, here it is like around 768. If it comes near the support point, I brought it here. For short term, I can expect that it will go around 1324, which is my resistance, the upward, up point. So I could have brought a stock for a short term, or like short term only, because range bands are only for the short terms. In anyhow they break. And in any case, if I found that like it went here, in this case, it put a stop loss here, and I would have exited, or I would have done a short selling in this case. So this is my for intraday. Obviously, short sellings are for intraday to earn money. So this is basically my short-term technical analysis for any stock. You can mean any stock, which one is the good one. So okay. So 28th August, again it came in. If we see here, again it came in the range band. If you see this, it's trying to come against the range bond. So it has already found a candle. Upward candle, if you see, if this support, if this is a support, it has tried to come up. There is a candle if you see in this slide. From here, we'll see 1 week time. Obviously, it's a very small body need. So if it doesn't sustain here and if it goes down, then it will go down only. But if we sustain here, we can at least expect that it will go up till our resistance point and we can make a short-term profit from here. So this is, yeah. Yeah, I'll
Bhaiya, I have a
add
question
that.
here. I have. Is it mandatory once the stock breaks the support, it is bound to go down? Hmm. Oh, oh. So yeah, resistance. Okay, I got it now. Then due to the supply is increasing, it will go down definitely.
नीचे नहीं आयो.
Hey, Yogita, you are sharing your portfolio.
अरे कुछ भी नहीं है उसमें, एक ही होल्डिंग है. अरे 1 second.
Eight in the Friday, you have earned 8 rupees.
No, that is wrong.
No, that is unrealized gain. I know.
That is for long term basically.
Oh.
चॉकलेट भी हमारे में ले लो. So this is for ICICI Bank. Hello. Yes, you can hear me. हाँ. So this is for ICICI Bank. We will make a support and resistance in our case. Let's make this as support. Yes, which is around 200 rupees. Yes, exactly. Okay, and this is support, and then if we take our resistance, we'll take this as resistance, which is around 430 thing. 430. Huh. So if we see the resistance part, it broke our resistance 430 and then it managed to sustain here, but it went down. नीचे आया हो बट वो यहाँ पे सस्टेन नहीं हो पाया. दो यहाँ पे कैंडल ही विन की आया सस्टेन, मतलब क्या बोलते हैं इसके रेसिस्टेंस के लिए. It is not a body, so still we can expect that it will go up. In this case we see here, again it broke in this candle, the red, it was a very big candle, red. Again it tried to come in the range band. It became a red candle, red big candle, and we can clearly see it as a body. So now if we would have found here, it is bound to go down now. And the same like thing, it went here. Now if it breaks, if it would have broke the support point also, we would have expected that it would still go down. But in this, our support was around 200, and it didn't even come to 200. It is in the range band only basically. So again it is expected, now we can expect, now if we want to buy, we can buy here around 280. And we can expect it will be around range bound until it breaks the resistance or it breaks the support. This is what. Now if we see here the closing thing, which is 411, according to me, our first resistance was around 423 actually, right? If we still manages to break our resistance, if it sustains here in 2-3 weeks, then it will 100% go up. Or else it will be again in the range band playing like this only. This I have.
Yes.
Welcome. Yes. I even have some chart readings for intraday also. I think time is over. Should I take it? Okay.
Thank you, Yogita. That was a wonderful actually.
Thank you.